my name is Christina, or you can call me Chris. Today we have a full body intermediate reformer workout. We are going to be doing some standing work on the carriage. So if you're up for the challenge and you want to work on your balance, this is a great workout for you. However, if you have not yet worked up to that stability or that seems uncomfortable or uneasy, this may not be the best workout for you. The only prop you're going to be needing for this workout is your box, and that's it. So let's get started. For your setup, we're going to start with our foot bar down. And for springs, I have my one medium, one extra light spring. So for me, that's my one red, one yellow spring on my balanced body reformer. And then from there, I'm just gonna lie down on my carriage. But before we get started at all, I want us just to focus on some breathing here. So we're gonna take our hands around our rib cage and then take a nice inhale, filling up the lungs. And exhale out all the old air out of your lungs. Inhale the lungs, breathe into your hands, breathe into your back, breathe into your belly. And exhale, full exhalation here, out all the old air out of your lungs. Inhale, expanding the ribs. Exhale. Let's few more breaths here. Inhale. And as you exhale, feel your belly button just falling gently down towards your spine. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath, breathing 360 degrees around the rib cage. And exhale. Let's grab our straps, starting with our arms and straps. You want to take your hands above your shoulders and engage the core, and then from there, take your knees to tabletop. You want your shins parallel to the floor. From here, you're taking an inhale to prepare. Exhale, hands come towards the hips. Inhale, reach your hands right back up towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands towards the hips. Belly button is just falling gently down towards your spine. Taking nice deep breaths, just warming up here until before we get into our 100. And then on this next one, I want you to lift your head, neck, and shoulders off the carriage. Look down towards your belly button. We're getting straight to our 100 here. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're looking down at your belly button. Your fingertips are reaching really far towards your foot bar. Taking nice deep breaths, still working on our 360-degree breath. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. The carriage isn't moving at all here. See if you can lift your head, neck, and shoulders off even more. Whew. If you want to add an extra chest, extend the legs out. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Option to lower the legs even lower for a greater challenge on those abs. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one. Inhale, 2. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bend the knees in. Let the head, neck, and shoulders come down. Now we'll reach our arms to a T. We'll stack the knees to the right. Just look to the left here. Taking nice deep breaths. And then we'll switch. Hundreds are great for warming up the body, circulating the blood. Perfect. Now let's take our hands right back up towards the ceiling, right on top of our shoulders. Connect with your core and then bring your knees back to tabletop. From here, let's get into some arm circles. Take your arms out to the side, down towards your hips, and then right back up. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, hands towards your hips. Your collarbone is wide, shoulders down away from the ears. 2 more this direction. 2. And 1. And reverse. Arms come down, then out to the side and right back up. Still taking nice deep breaths here. 3 more this direction. 2. And 1. Let's take our hands back above our shoulders. We're gonna get back into a reach and pull, but on this one, we're gonna lift our head, neck, and shoulders off the carriage, extend the legs out. Inhale to prepare, exhale, head, neck, and shoulders come off the carriage, extend the legs out. And then bring it right back down. Inhale, exhale, just like that. Whew. Inhale, exhale. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Hold it out here. Hold, hold, hold. We're just gonna crisscross the legs. Whew. One on top of the other. You have 5, 4. Scoop the belly in. 3, 2, 1. Bend the knees in. Let the head come down. Let's get right into tricep press here. So you're just gonna bend the elbows. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, take the hands towards the hips. Inhale, bend the elbows. Exhale, hands towards your hips, keeping the collarbone wide, shoulders away from the ears. We'll do a few more here. And after that, with our tricep press, we'll add on our chest lift and shoulder and leg extension. Let's do 3, 2, 1. And on your next one, lift your head, neck, and shoulders off the carriage, extend the legs out, hold, 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 and then bend the knees in, let the head come down. Let's do 4 more just like that. 4, 4, really scoop the belly in, especially as you extend the legs out. 3, 2, and 1, hold it, hold, hold, hold. We're just gonna lower the legs down and lift the legs up. I like to flex my feet as I lower them down, point my toes as I lift. Whew. Let's just do 3 more. And then we get a rest. 2, you can do it. Can you lift your head, neck, and shoulders off 1 more inch? And 1. Whew. Bend the knees in. Let your head come down. Reach your arms out to the side. We'll stack our knees to the right, look to the left. Nice spine twist here. And then we'll switch knees. We'll come to the left, look to the right. All right, you guys, and let's roll on up. You can keep your knees bent to modify and grab the back of your legs for more assistance. I'm gonna see if I can roll up with my legs out straight here. So reaching my hands up toward the ceiling. Inhale, exhale, tuck the chin, come up, upper back, lower back, really scooping the belly in, upper back, middle back, lower back, sorry. And then you come up nice and tall. Whew. And let's set up for our legs here. So I'm gonna switch to 1 leg spring. For me, that's my 1 blue spring. And now we're gonna get into our standing work on the carriage here. If you need extra assistance, you can always come onto a heavier spring if you'd like. So I'm on my 1 light or 1 medium, depending if you need extra assistance. And let's come onto the top of our front platform here. So really carefully step first lightly onto your carriage. And then once you're there, once you have some balance, really slowly, first lift your back heel up high. And from there, you're just gonna slowly slide the carriage out as you come down to your lunge. Just quick hold here. And then from there, you're gonna press up from your right leg as you come up from the lunge. So sink into your right glute as you slide the carriage out, coming into your lunge, and press up from your right glute to come up, just like that. Slow and controlled full range here. You have a hinge in your hips. This hinge in your hips will protect your low back, because if you're up here, your low back will be compressed, your abs will be all stretched out. So keeping that hinge in your hips will help you connect with your core here. Just keep going. This is really great for working on your balance, also great for working on your foot and ankle stability. Some people might have a tendency for their arches to want to collapse, so their knee will start to come in here. And don't let your knee do that. If anything, just press your knee slightly off to the side. Nice, slow, and controlled. Just warming up the right leg. Now we're gonna hold it down at the bottom of our lunge. From here, moonwalker, you're just going to bend your back knee in and then extend your back leg out. So still slow and controlled movement. The majority of your weight is your front leg. Our front leg is our working leg here. So you don't want to have your weight in your back leg and your back heel is lifted up really high. That will prevent you putting too much weight in your back leg. So really focus on keeping your back heel high, staying down in your lunge. Can you come 1 inch lower? Whew. Now let's hold it halfway in. We're still down in our lunge here. From here, you're just gonna tiny kick the carriage out and back in. So it's just a tiny bend, tiny extend from your front knee. Tiny kick out and in. Whew. Set out and in. Yes. Shoulders are squared, hips are squared, shoulders down away from the ears. Let's do 3, 2, and 1. Hold it here. And then we're just gonna take a tiny micro press. So tiny lower, tiny lift, tiny down, tiny up. Whew. Lower and lift. Let's just do 4, 3, 2, and 1, and come up. Whew, let's just take a quick break. We're not done with our lunge yet. We're going to do all 4 variations starting from the top, starting from our full range. Let's come right back down. Whew, sink into your right glute. Yes, here we go. And then press it up for 3, 2, and 1. Come down slow for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press it up for 3, 2, and 1. Just keep going here. Your nose is over your knees, knees over your foot. Whew. Right glute is starting to really fire up here. We'll do 1 more full range. And here we go. Hold it down for your moonwalker. We're bending the back knee in and extending it out. Nice, slow, and controlled here. Keep taking nice deep breaths, getting warm oxygen to your muscles. And let's hold it out here. We're going to get into those micro kicks, staying down in our low lunge, tiny out, tiny in, tiny bend, tiny press. Whew, maybe see if you can even come 1 inch lower. Whew. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. A last variation here. You're just going to take a tiny micro press, tiny lower, tiny lift, tiny up, down, tiny up. Let's just do 4. Whew, it's burning. 3, you got it. 2, and 1. And slowly, slowly bring the carriage in. And then let's slowly take our foot off the carriage onto the platform and come on down. Whew, your right leg should be on fire. Now let's take our foot bar to the neutral position, and then now you're going to be needing your box here. So let's grab our box. It's coming onto our carriage. And then I I'm going to put 2 mediums and an extra light spring on. 2 mediums and an extra light. So for me, that is my 2 reds and a yellow spring. 2 reds and a yellow. And from here, I'll come onto my box. Hands are on the box. Your shoulders are directly underneath your wrist, and your knees are underneath your hips. And then from there, you want to take your right heel, you're placing it right on the foot bar, directly underneath your right hip. So you don't want your foot out here or in too much, just directly underneath your right hip. And really important, before we get started, I want you to focus on keeping your shoulders down away from your ears. So sliding your shoulder blades down your back towards your hips, keeping your collarbone nice and wide. And after that, you're just going to load your right glute. Try to connect with that muscle that we just worked. And then from there, you're going to slide the carriage out and then slowly resist the carriage in. We're pressing out slow for 3, slow 2, and 1. Resist in slow for 3, 2, and 1. Just like that. You want the work in your right glute. I'm sometimes hesitant to teach this exercise because if you have it too heavy or if your form is compromised, it's easy to feel it in your neck and shoulders. So I really want you to focus on sending your shoulder blades down your back towards your hips and keeping the work in your right glute. So making sure that your shoulders are right on top of your wrist or even behind your wrist. So never have your shoulders in front of your wrist. Let's just do a few more here. So nice slow 4 range. For 4, 3, you have a soft bend in your elbows. 2, and 1. Hold it out, hold. Little bend, little press. And then you guys are done with this pressing move. For 4, you got it. 3, 2, and 1. Bring the carriage on in. From here, we're just gonna extend that same leg, our right leg, straight back. Bring your belly button to spine. Try not to flare out your right hip. So both hip bones are facing down towards the floor. From there, you're just gonna take a tiny lift, tiny lower of your back leg. Tiny lift, tiny lower. Your core is connected here. Try not to flare out the ribs. So your ribs are tucked in here. You have a nice long spine looking down at the carriage, so not looking up. Head and neck is in line with your spine. You don't want your foot going past your hip on the way up. That may put extra tension on your back, and you want the work in your right glute. Whew, if you want to act extra challenge, you extend your opposite arm straight out to the back of the reformer. Whew. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Now bend your back knee, tiny kicks up. Or you can bring that arm, opposite arm, behind your back. And little kick up. You don't want your knee passing your hip. You're almost out of these tiny kicks. Kick straight up to the ceiling. Keep going. Kick, kick, kick. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Right glute is shaking. But we still have one more exercise for our right leg, for our right glute. So I'm changing my springs to 1 light, back to 1 light spring here. So back to my 1 blue spring. And from here, I'm grabbing my strap and I'm gonna loop it around the arch of my right foot. My hands are directly underneath my shoulders. And your left knee is underneath your hips. From there, you're going to lift your right knee off the carriage, press the leg straight back. From there, you're just gonna straight leg sweep the leg down towards the floor. Straight leg sweep the leg up. Inhale, straight leg, sweep the leg down. Exhale, straight leg, sweep the leg up. Inhale. Exhale. As you lower your leg down, you don't want your foot passing your opposite knee on the way down. And as you bring your leg up, you don't want it passing your hip on the way up. That's your range of motion here. You don't want to go any more than that. Let's just do 3 more of these straight leg sweeps. Nice long spine. My crown of the head is reaching away from the tailbone. Last one here, holding it back. Now we're bending the knee in and kicking it out. Bending it in, kick it straight out. Whew. Your abs are working really hard here to hold this solid tabletop position. And remember, just like the exercise we did before, you never want your shoulders passing your wrist. Keeping the work in your right glute. Let's do 3, 2, breathe through it. I know it's hard. 1, hold it out. Tiny bend, tiny press right here. This is really tough. We're working a lot of stability muscles here. 3, 2, 1, hold it out. Now we're gonna straight leg sweep the leg down. Bend the knee for a kick and then kick it back. Straight leg sweep the leg down, bend the knee, kick it straight back. Let's just do 3 more this direction. 2 and 1. Hold it here. Now we're bending the knee in, extending the leg down, straight leg sweep the leg back. Bend it in, straight leg down, sweep it back. Let's just do 4 more this direction, and you guys are done with this right glute. Whew. Yes, you can. Keep your core engaged, shoulders away from the ears. Whew. I think we have 2 more. Yes, you can. And 1 more. And you can dock the carriage. Take the strap off your foot here. Hang up the straps. We're definitely taking a nice rest and recovery before we move on to arms and abs. So from here, let's take a nice inhale. We'll drop the belly. We'll look up towards the sky. And then now we'll exhale. We'll round the spine. Look down towards your navel here. Inhale. Drop the belly. Look on up. Exhale. Round the spine. Inhale. Exhale. Few more. You can move from side to side if that feels good. Rolling out any kinks on the body. Just keep taking your nice deep breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. All right, you guys, we'll get right, continue right on with our arms and abs. So I'm gonna switch to my 1 medium spring. That's my 1 red spring. So I'm on my 1 red, and then I'm gonna turn to face the back of the reformer. I'm grabbing my straps here. You can do your short or long loop. Short is gonna be a little bit more resistance. And from there, you're just gonna have your palms facing towards you. And you really want your shoulders down away from your ears. You don't wanna be feeling this in your neck and shoulders. And from there, we're just gonna take an inhale to prepare, sitting up tall. Exhale, we're gonna tuck the pelvis coming down into a C curve with our spine, holding it here. You want to feel that connection with your core. That's your Pilates scoop here. And from there, we're just gonna get into some bicep curls. Inhale, extend the arms. Exhale, bend. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. If you want to add a challenge, you can lift the elbows up higher. However, if you start to feel this in your neck and shoulders, lower the elbows back down. Your collarbone is nice and wide. Keep pressing your shoulder blades down towards your hips to prevent those upper traps from taking over. Let's do 2 and 1. Hold it here. From there, my right knee is going to come up, and then we're just going to do 3 bicep curls here. Let's do 3, 2, and 1. Take the knee down, opposite knee lifts. Let's do 3, 2, and 1. Now see if you can lift both knees off the carriage, really scoop the belly in. If you need to lower one or both feet down, you can absolutely do so. Let's try 3 bicep curls right here. 3, 2, and 1. And then slowly come on down here. Now from here, we're going to get into chest expansion. I'm going to come on, use my longer straps here. Now we have our palms facing behind us. We're sitting up nice and tall. Crown of your head is reaching towards your ceiling. You're starting with your arms in line with your hips. Inhale, prepare, sit up tall. Exhale, press the arms straight back behind you. Inhale, resist them back towards your hips. Exhale, press them straight back. Really important that your collarbone is wide here. Inhale. Exhale, press it straight back. Inhale, resist. Exhale, press it straight back. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it here, core is engaged. We're just going to take a tiny lift, tiny lower. You have 5. As you can. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then now let's cross the straps here. We're going to just have our elbows tucked in next to our rib cage. And then now from here, you're just going to rotate from the shoulder, not the forearms, from the shoulder. You're going to press your wrists out to the side and bring it back to center. Inhale, exhale, press it back. Inhale, bring it back to the starting position. We're working on our rotator cuff muscles here, the muscles that support our shoulder joint. Let's do 4, 3, really keep pressing your shoulder blades down towards your hips, keeping the shoulders away from the ears. 2, and 1, hold it out here. From here, take a lift and a lower of the arms. Lift and lower. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. And then take your quick rest here. Let's uncross the straps and we'll grab the ropes in front of the hardware. Getting into some ropes next, we're going to start by sitting up nice and tall. Inhale, exhale. Now we're tucking the hips, coming down a lower back, and then holds right about from your mid to lower back, and then you're just going to row the elbows straight back and then resist them forward. Row it back, resist them forward here. Let's do 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Now take your right knee to tabletop, and then let's do 4 more rows. You have 4, 3. Also option to extend your legs straight. 2, and 1. Take that foot down. Opposite knee comes to tabletop, or you can keep the leg straight. For 4, collarbone wide. 3, 2, pull the stomach in, and 1. And then now see if you can bring both knees to tabletop here. Extend the legs out straight. Here we go. Let's do 4. Whew, yes, you can. 3, 2, and 1. And slowly come on down. Now we'll start working the back side of our body with pulling straps 1 and 2. Pulling straps 1 and 2 is a classical Pilates reformer move. I'm actually going to come down onto a light spring, so I'm switching onto my glute spring. However, if you can do this on a medium, please absolutely do so. I'm going light today. And then from here, I'm just gonna come down on to my belly, and then I'm gonna reach the ropes right in front of the hardware. And I'm just gonna start by looking down at the carriage. My neck is nice and long, head and neck is in line with our spine. And then I'm gonna press my pubic bone down on to the box. I'm lifting my toes slight off the box. I'm going to bring my shoulders down away from the ear, so gliding my shoulder blades down my back. From there, inhaling to prepare, exhale. I'm going to bring my arms down, sliding down next to the carriage, and then up towards the hips. So resisting the arms right back to the starting position. Inhale, exhale, sweep the arms straight back. Inhale, take the arms down, exhale, take the arms back. Let's do 4 more just like that. Inhale, exhale. 3. Keep the collarbone wide. Bring your belly button to spine, pressing your pubic bone down on to the carriage. And 1, hold it here. From there, your arms come to a T. You want your hands about shoulder height. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, you're taking the arms straight down towards the hips. Inhale back to your T. Exhale straight towards the hips. Let's do 3, 2, 1. Whew. And then from there, we'll get right into a tricep press. So you have your elbows glued next to your rib cage, still pressing your pubic back onto the carriage. Legs are slightly lifted, and you're just going to extend the arms back. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. Keep your collarbones wide. Let's just do 3 more. 2 and 1. And then let's hang up the straps. Whew, I am sweating here. Whew. Feels so good. Let's take a quick reset before we move on to our left leg, shall we? Let's come on to our 4-point kneeling position. From here, I'm just going to reach my right hand up towards the ceiling. Take a nice inhale. And then exhale, I'm going to twist towards the opposite side, just resting my right shoulder down on the carriage. Nice spine twist here. Then we'll inhale. Reach the hand back up towards the ceiling. Exhale, twist and reach. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, twist and reach. And then now we'll switch. Now opposite hand reaches up towards the ceiling. Inhale, exhale, twist, thread it through your opposite arm. And let's do that again 2 more times. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. All right, so we're gonna move in reverse, starting from our straight leg sweep. So I am already on my 1 light spring. So I'm on my 1 light, my 1 blue spring, all set up for my next exercise. So moving on to legs, I'm taking the strap that's on the left side, looping around the arch of my left foot. Hands are directly underneath your wrist, and right knee is under your hips. Taking your left foot off the carriage, kicking it straight back, keeping your leg straight. Straight leg, sweep the leg down towards the floor. Straight leg, sweep the leg up. Inhale, sweep the leg down. Exhale, sweep the leg up. Inhale, exhale. Keeping your long neutral spine, crown of your head's reaching away from your tailbone. Try not to side bend here. Side bending can cause a lot of tension in the sides of your low back. So if you're feeling that, you might just have to adjust your hips so they're nice and even. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're gonna hold it out. Now getting into our bends, just bending the knee in and kicking straight back. Taking a bend, taking a kick straight back. Whew, our whole body is working here. Our upper body is working so hard to keep us stable, as well as our core, and we're working our left glute to press it on out. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press it out, hold it out. Little bend, little press. Little bend, little press. Little bend, little press. 4, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now bend it in. Straighten the leg out. Straight leg, sweep the leg up. Bend the knee. Straighten the leg down. And then sweep it straight up. Bend, straighten, and sweep. Just like that. Whew. 3 more. This direction. Keep the core engaged, belly button to spine, shoulders away from the ears. Last one, and we're reversing it. Whew. From here, now we kick it straight back, straight leg, sweep the leg down, bend it in, kick it back, just like that. Last few reps for this leg in strap. You have 4. You got it. 3, 2, and 1. And let's hang up the strap here. And we're going to set up for our heavy press. So putting on my 2 mediums and my extra leg spring. That's my 2 reds, my 1 yellow spring. But you can take whatever springs that feels good for you here. And I'm getting right back into my 4-point kneeling position. Your right knee stays on the carriage, your left heel comes onto the foot bar directly underneath your hip. Reconnect with your left glute, that glute we were just working on, and then you're going to press it straight on out. Bend the knee, resist it in, press it out. Inhale, exhale, nice and slow. Inhale, exhale. Really use your breath when things get tough. That will help bring oxygen to your blood, to your muscles. Really working our glute here. Remember, you don't want to feel this in your neck and shoulders, so really focus on pressing your shoulder blades down towards your hips if you start to do so. Let's do 4. And then we have those micro presses. 3, belly button to spine. 2, 1, hold it out, tiny bend, tiny press. Whew. Yes, little in, little out for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the carriage in. Whew. Now we're taking left foot straight out behind you, and we're just taking a tiny lift, tiny lower. We're not flaring our left hip out. Your left hip is pointing down towards the floor as well as your right, so your hips are level, shoulders are square as well. And this is just a tiny movement. It doesn't have to be a crazy range of motion to be effective. In fact, the higher your leg is, the most likely it's gonna get into your lower back and out of your left glute, and we want it in our left glute. Core stays engaged here. Try not to flare the ribs. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knee, little kicks up, little press, and press. Whew. You have it. 5, 4, you got it. 3, 2, and 1. Whew. How do you guys feel? You guys have one more exercise left. We just have our carriage lunge, that standing work for our left leg. So we can bring our box down and away. And I'm taking my foot bar down. I'm switching my springs on to a blue spring, back to my light spring. I'm just gonna take a few nice deep breaths here before we get into this lunge. I'm working up a sweat. I hope you guys are too. All right, let's go in 3, 2, 1. Slowly come on to your front platform, and then really carefully step your left foot onto the carriage. And then once you feel stable, you're going to shift as much weight into your front leg as possible. That is our working leg, so your back heel is going to be lifted as high as you can, shifting your weight into your front leg. We're having our hinge in our hips, and then from there, just slowly, slowly slide the carriage out, sinking down into your left glute, and then from there, pressing up from your left glute as you come up. Coming down slow for 3, slow 2, slow 1. We're pressing it up slow for 3, slow 2, and 1. Your hips are square, shoulders square. Just taking your nice deep breaths. Nice, slow, and controlled. Working your balance. We're working our ankle and foot stability here, as well as our left glute. Few more full range. Let's do 3 more. 2, 1. Hold it down. Now bend the back knee in, moonwalker, press it out. Bend the knee in and press it out. We're still keeping the majority of the weight in our front leg, in our working leg. Let's do 3 more. 2, and 1. Hold it out, hold, hold, hold. Tiny press out, a little kick in. Little kick out, little kick in. Just like that. Fire up your left glute even more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Tiny lower, tiny up, lift. So tiny down, tiny up. Tiny bend, tiny press. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on up. You are halfway done with this lunge. We just have those 4 variations. Back to our slow full range. Come down for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come up slow for 4, 3, 2, and 1. So close to the finish line, you guys. Yes, you can. Stay focused. Coming down low, and then pressing it right up. Let's do 4 more nice full ranges just like that. Left glute is starting to shake. Feels so good. Well, it's been shaking, but shaking even more. And then a last full range. Hold it down. Moonwalker, bend the knee in. Extend the leg back. Take your bend, take your extend. Let's do 3, 2, 1. Hold it out, and tiny kicks out. Keep the core engaged. Your rib cage is closed. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last variation, tiny lower, tiny lift, tiny lower, little tiny lift. Legs are shaking, they are fatigued. For 3, 2, and 1. Really slowly bring the carriage in. Whew. And step on off your carriage onto the floor. Whew. And we made it, you guys. Let's just do a quick stretch. I'm gonna do my Eve's lunge. So foot bar back in neutral. I'm just gonna add another spring. So just it's slightly heavier. And then let's come down onto the left side of our form. Our right foot is on the floor. And then let's just slide the carriage out here. Actually, that's a little too heavy. I'm gonna just take it to 1 medium. Slide the carriage out, so we're stretching out our right hip flexor. Whew. Let's take our right hand, we'll reach it up towards the sky. Exhale, we're gonna side bend. And then inhale, reach your left arm to the sky. Exhale, side bend to the right. Let's switch. Inhale, exhale. And last one, inhale, exhale. And then let's bring it on in. And then we'll come on to the other side and you guys will be done with your stretch. How are you guys feeling? Did you work up a sweat? I sure did. Feels so good though. Now let's reach our left hand towards the ceiling. Inhale, exhale, side bend to the right. And then now we're going to inhale, right hand up, exhale, side bend to the left. Now we're stretching out that left hip flexor. Other side, inhale, exhale. And switch, inhale, exhale. And bring the carriage on in. All right, you guys, you are all done. Thank you guys so much for joining me here today. If you have any questions or comments or anything at all, please let me know. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you guys.